like puzzles and mazes because I like to create things. When I was small, we always did puzzles together too, particularly at Christmas time and when everybody got together, because you can have a conversation while you're making a puzzle. I first met Ron when I was working in Edmonton, and we were hired by the same employer, and we had offices only a few yards apart.
As far as living with a puzzle enthusiast, there could be worse people you could live with, and in terms of habits or whatever, it's pretty manageable, put it that way.
So, what are we going to do for the corn maze next year?
How about a cob of corn?
It's important in any marriage that everybody has their own interests. So you do some things together and you do some things apart. Our kids went to a corn maze a couple of times in Memphis, and they just had a great time. And so when we got here, I thought, why don't we run a corn maze?
Time for adventure!
When we come up with a pattern, we generally just start talking. And then we say, what's current around? What would attract people? What would they be interested in? The first one we did was the county of Newell, and we did the canals instead of the roads. So people thought they knew how to get to Patricia, but they really didn't. This year it was the Brooks Bandits logo and a hockey player. When people go through the maze, we usually have some sort of scavenger hunt. We have things for them to find in the maze related to the theme. So this year, the hockey theme, they had to find NHL logos. Once I have a design, we've measured out in an Excel spreadsheet, little squares. So every cell is a square, which is our field with the right number of feet. And from there, then you go and start measuring and laying out the corn maze.
So I plant the crop, make sure that it has the conditions for a successful stand of corn. So you have to work the soil a number of times, get all the residual material worked up and incorporated so that it's very uniform throughout the entire soil.
Measuring the corn maze is a conflict every year because it's very stressful. Sometimes you have to adjust it in the middle of measuring it. So it becomes, do we put the path over here now because the gophers ate all the corn in the middle? Do we put the path where the gophers ate the corn instead? How will that change the picture so that it still looks like what it's supposed to look like? So you have to have those discussions as you go along. So there's always something that's changing in it.
All right, well, we've connected to a path.
Turn around!
Okay.
This way! We've already been on that.
I think people should sit down and do a puzzle or go through a maze because it brings you together. It's something you're going to do with somebody else in most cases. And so you build your relationships and you learn about the other person. You have fun together. Here we go. Oh, I think I'll always be doing puzzles and mazes because I like to create things. And it helps your mind stay active, and you can start one and put it away and bring it back out. It's something that is entertaining.
We just finished the corn maze. We found 10 hockey team logos. It took us an hour and 52 minutes and 42 seconds, and we walked 5.5 kilometers.
And how do you feel?
Very tired.